Right, and that should be us live.
What's up, guys? You can't keep me down.
You should be in bed resting.
I am technically in bed. Technically speaking,
Resting.
I am. This is how I rest. I can't
This is
sleep.
not resting, this is productive. Productive is not resting.
Also, I'm pretty sure your last Transformer videos got to 20 views. So the first Mass Effect game. I know because it was on 19 views, and then I watched it to make it the 20th view. Just so that I could say this today. I've been busy I've been busy today.
Right, so, I will
You do your intro, my friend.
Yes, introduction time.
I believe.
Right, I'll give it a few minutes, let people get in, and then we'll do an intro.
I believe this is yours. That is yours. In front of you.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
I've literally, that's what I've done. I went over to Genesis 2, I sat there, watched them breed, and then I thought to myself, in the middle of Gen 2, in the middle of the map where all those space islands are,
Yeah.
thought, fuck it, I'll go there. It was at 10 o'clock in game, so it's 2 hours from being midnight. Went there, and I jumped on, and guess what was there? So the rarest one of these rocks, right? The rarest one of these rocks, and when you mine them, you can get element, not element dust, pure element. And yeah, I went there. I was there for 2 in-game hours, so I was only there for about like five minutes, and I got like 720 elements. So I'm gonna be going back there at one point, and I'll just sit there
Hello,
and wait.
Seth.
When I'm
Hello,
breathing
Ulfric. Thank you for
the stuff
joining
up.
us.
Wagwan.
Right, since we've got a few people in, I will start and officially start this and do an intro. So,
Something's got a weak mentality.
thank you guys. Hello there. Right, introduction. Hello there, guys. This is King Woodsy56 here, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved.
Wagwan, no.
Yes. So, we're back on my channel again. Fred. Again.
It's not my fault. He told me not to be here. He was the one that told me it was on his channel, and I said to him,
I said I would do it because you aren't well.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll be honest. Up until like 5 minutes ago, I didn't even know he was going to be on. I thought this was going to be a solo stream. And if that was the case, I may have just done a different game entirely. I may not have done Ark. I may have just done a solo stream, just on something else.
What?
But yeah, yeah, because he's decided to not take my advice and rest since he is ill. Since he has been sick 8 times today.
In a row.
In a row.
That was horrible. It was horrible, to be fair.
You need rest, you fool.
I'll be fine.
So yeah, today we don't know what we're doing. A Mass Effect solo stream. I mean, technically we have hit the goal, the required goal.
I've already mentioned, Seth. I mentioned it before he done the intro. I think I mentioned it to him just before you joined the stream. I did because I told you that I was the 20th viewer on the newest one because I watched it because I am ill and had nothing to do. So, and I seen it was on 19 and I thought, I'll watch that. So I put it up to 20 so that when I'm on with you later on, I will mention it. I did mention it just before. I think I might have mentioned it before you started the stream, but I did mention how I did watch the video and it was the 20th view. I obviously done it purposely because I'm a dickhead. Also, Woods, as you can see, I've been a very busy man over the past few days. We have a few more Ravagers, a few more Desmonders. We got a few Shadow Mains. If you come up here, you'll see there's about 5 Shadow Mains.
Yeah.
On the roof of our base, we have 3 Carcanors. I have 2 eggs. I probably should have took the Carcanors over to breed, but oh, we have a shit ton more cryopods now. I decided to go and get some more cryopods. Before I went over, I went and crafted a bunch of cryopods because, yeah. And also, if you think, yesterday, I was on the hunt for a male Tech Rex yesterday, and I was on the hunt for about 4 or 5 hours, and I finally find one in the middle of water. It took me nearly about 2 hours to knock out because the cunt would not come to land. He was just swimming around in the middle of the water. Eventually I knocked him out. And then I came back and I breeded him. So now, my friend, we have some Tech Rexes, finally, on the go. The only issue is they're not very high levels. But I can sort that. You prick. You ran in between me whilst I was doing it. Pretty much the only reason is because I have nothing else to do. Because if I rest, it's not going to do anything. I'd just get bored.
It may make you better.
I don't work like you. When I become ill, I've got to be properly ill.
You know what? I could do at the Mass Effect a solo stream for the Mass Effect. I could do that, to be fair.
You could. To be fair, as well.
Then you would all get to see a live reaction to it as well instead of just in video format.
I was also thinking, because I was just going over. I was just going up because because I don't fuck all because, as you keep saying, you mentioned that I'm ill. So I was on YouTube because I was bored, and on YouTube I was looking at some of the, some ideas for the videos that we are obviously upcoming because we've got the Minecraft Legends. I've got like in-game voicemail. Then we've got Hogwarts. I've got whatever it's called. What was it called? Undertale, and we've got COD. I already mentioned the Legends, but if we're to when we do the Minecraft Legends, I think it might be a better idea to also do that in stream format. For one reason, either stream format or longer videos, because if you try to do 30-minute videos, you'd pretty much start the video, and by the time you get to do the first thing, you'd be ending the video. You know what I mean? You'd probably end up having to finish the video mid fight or something like that. So a stream might be a better way of doing it. Plus, quicker, get it out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That might be a better idea. Now, obviously, yeah, that's pretty much it. I was playing Thingy before this. I was playing Star Wars, the new Star Wars. I forget what it's called. Is it Fallen Order or whatever?
Survivor.
Or Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor. I was playing it, and about 10 minutes into it, I got a massive ass headache, and it threw me guts up, so I stopped playing it. And that was when I thought maybe I won't be able to think it. But then I just sat here for the past 3 hours and slowly recovered. Just sitting on my phone. But yeah, because we do have obviously we still have COD to do and all that. And the reason that I'm also mentioning this as well as stuff like the Legends and the COD is I have no space on my Xbox because of the amount of games I have installed. I uninstalled Destiny 2 the other day so I could install Jedi Survivor, which is 132 gigabytes. And guess what? If you're one of the unlucky people to have a bugged game, there's a patch for the game. Do you want to know how big the patch is?
How big is the patch?
128 gig.
Christ.
because the game is completely broken apparently. Now I'm one of the lucky people that didn't have to do that because I do not have the space. I have about 32 gigabyte. I have barely any space to get game clips, never mind a game. That's true, I ran out of space. I ran out of... I had so little space I couldn't even take a game clip, my friend. I had 3 game clips on my Xbox, and I couldn't take any more because I was full storage on both Seagate and Xbox. I had about 500 megabytes free. We had to install some stuff. Now, I would like to do that. Yeah, just like that. I would like to get the whenever we get the chance, I would like to get the COD stuff out of the way, the Legends, because so I can clear some space.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to uninstall Gundam so I could make a game clip. Gundam was the only game on there that I don't play unless we're all here. So obviously, when we're all back, I'll have to reinstall it. But I'm going to have to make space for it, and well, these are the options of games that I've got to take. Ark, which is pretty much half of the space in itself. I'll tell you now, John. These are the games that take up all my space. We have Ark, COD, FIFA 22, 3 Elden Ring, Fortnite, Sonic Frontier, Minecraft Legends, Minecraft Match Points, Hogwarts, and Star Wars. That is all I've got. I have 13 games, and that takes up my entire thing. Storage, I have 2.1 gigabyte left on that. That is how little space I have. And COD takes up as well. Probably I'd say COD and Ark take up the most of that. So when we get the COD done and we get the Ark done, then I can clear a bit of space for the time being. And obviously, we're not going to get Ark done in a while. Because obviously, you've got Ark Ascension coming out in August.
Indeed, yeah. That's something else we want to talk about. So they're releasing an Ark remake.
So it's alright. This is my understanding of it. I did send you the video. You probably haven't seen it because you don't get anything I send you. So
I've been in uni all day, and when I've not been busy.
I could send you a 2-minute clip and you wouldn't even look at it. So yeah. So pretty much, I'll tell you what it entails. Essentially, they were giving us a free upgrade to the Unreal Engine 5. But if they were to do this, it would ruin the game because it would corrupt save files, save data, mess the game up as it is. Pretty much when Ark was made it was an idea from a bunch of friends. That's how it was made. I'm pretty sure that's how it was made because that's what I've seen before. So Ark was just an idea for a bunch of friends who made it, and then they got bought out by some Chinese company, and then that's where it obviously all went downhill. But the thing is, the code is that fucked for Ark, all the glitches and the bugs and all that it's essentially unfixable. So they could give us a free upgrade and ruin the game even more. So yes, the game might run more smoothly, but you might get your saves will probably be corrupted, and I mean, you might not even be able to do anything. You know what I mean? The game might look nice, but it might not work because they're not compatible. So they decided to bring it out as a bundle. And the bundle was going to be that and Ark 2, which would have been 49 quid. Which again is completely fair because you get Ark 2 and you get the Ark Ark remake, which again, even 49 quid just for the Ark remake isn't too bad, considering you've got how many games, pretty much all top games make a remake and they're about 80 quid each. I mean, and they have a lot less time that you can put into them. But it's fine, for them to do it. I mean, look at how many remakes Skyrim's been. Skyrim's obviously my favourite game, but that's had about 9 remakes at this point. Got a fucking Game of the Year version. It's got then the enhanced version. You've then got the VR version. the original version, the legendary version, the anniversary version, and you're charged for each individual one as well. And they're about 50. It's about 50 quid. When I bought Skyrim at first, it was 50 quid. And again, this is a game that had already been out for about 6 years when I got it. Do you know what I mean? But everyone was fine with that. The Last of Us got a remake. People were fine to pay 80 quid. It's 80 quid to get. But you know, it's just the exact same game, but it looks better. But when Ark does it, when Wildcard does it, it's a step too far. Just don't get it. It's gonna ruin the gaming community. I mean, I like playing Ark, and if they
Well, I mean,
do
so the idea
do-
is that the new version would probably be better. That's,
well, the new version would have completely new game mechanics. Pretty much, it would have new game mechanics. It would add in new movement mechanics. It fixes the dinosaurs. So do you know when you shoot a dinosaur, and you know, like if you whistle your dinosaurs to follow you, and you run through trees and you get stuck, they're adding in like a pathfinder, you know, so that they'll be able to. So there'll be more. See, that one's a good thing and a bad thing, because if you're attacking something and it charges after you, it's not going to get stuck on a tree anymore, because it's going to find its way around it. You know, like how they do now. How you can get them stuck between, you know, like wall, like behind, like they'll run into a wall or stuff like that. Like if you know, like when you're taming a T-Rex and you stood above it and you're shooting it in the head, it won't do that. It will try to find a way up to you instead of just running. So obviously that's not necessarily a great side, but when it's following you, it is. But anyway, so because the upgrade wouldn't work, they decided to essentially make a bunch of new stuff. Essentially a remake version of Ark. But this is the catch. This is the issue. This is where it causes the most problems. So when Ark Ascension gets brought out in August, the official Ark servers will all shut down. Instantly.
I mean, weren't they all shutting down anyway for Ark 2?
Well, boy, but people didn't complain about that because it's a different game. Although again, it's just a sequel to another game. No matter what
But
you
in
do,
this,
you can't.
see, this is the thing.
And also,
It's like
so then
the Ark servers are being shut down
listen,
anyway. We're getting
So
the servers back
it wouldn't.
in a newer, updated form, as opposed
lot
to
of new game
losing them
mechanics.
forever.
New game mechanics were and one of the biggest issues I've always had with Ark is the building. I mean, you can look at the video that that Seth done, the one that you left earlier when we were building the base, and you know how the foundations get stuck. Like if you try to build on an uneven terrain. Yeah, well, if you try, so in the newer version, the remastered version to say, they will adjust, you know, so I think you said you can build on uneven terrain, which is a great thing. So, for example, the foundation, you know, like the underneath of the foundation, it will increase its size to fit it, so like it will extend, you know, do you know what I mean? So so now you'll be able to build on those, you know, like the terrain that's super uneven, which is pretty much every terrain you come across. They're pretty much fixing the meshing so that you can't fall between the worlds. They're fixing just the graphical enhancements to the Unreal Engine 5, you know what I mean? Like Fortnite, they're doing that. They're adding stuff in, like, so like even small stuff like they're doing a quality of life sort of thing, and you'll be able to find baby dinosaurs around the map, because dinosaurs will then start to actually reproduce on their own, which I don't know, but no one knows how that's going to work as such. But on release, you get the two main maps, the island and Scorched. The centre will be there, but Scorched. I've sent you the thing already. But we are getting a new DLC map. We're getting a new paid DLC map. People are complaining about it being a paid DLC map. But how many free DLC maps do we have? Because I'm pretty sure we have more free. Wildcard, people say, oh, it's a cash grab this, cash grab that, but how? Ragnarok's the best map on the game, well, one of the best maps on the game. It's a free DLC. Valguero's a free DLC. Crystal Isles is a free DLC. Rajor is a free DLC. The Lost Island is a free DLC.
I mean, the only ones that are paid are the story maps, ain't they?
The center is a free DLC because it technically isn't the island. Anything that isn't the island is it's extra content because the center isn't also a story map. It is a story map as well. I should mention that it is a story map,
Oh.
which doesn't make sense because Genesis 2 was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah.
But that's because they've delayed Arc 2 till late 2024.
Makes sense.
So that's why they're bringing this out. So obviously in August you'll have to get the new version, which people said they won't get, but they most likely will. They do it for any other game, so what makes it any different? Not much really. And then they'll play it, and it'll look better. But unofficial servers like the one that we're on, they will stay up on Arc, on normal Arc. Do you know what? So obviously this server will still be up, but the chances are they'll all just migrate to the new server anyway.
Oh, this is
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what the best thing is? Do you want to know what the best comparison is? And you'll love this comparison because you always make it. This is probably the best comparison to resonate with you, to probably set you off on something. But it's the FIFA Conundrum one. It's just another game with a different number on. Same game. Do you know what I mean? That's essentially what it is.
Except it's actually branded as a remake instead of a new game.
Yeah.
A new
That's
completely
the best way
different game.
Yeah.
FIFA is the same game, just rebranded to be like, oh, it's a new game, but it's got all the same graphics, mechanics, and all the other shit as the previous game.
That isn't true.
So it's just an update.
But that isn't true.
That's cost 70 quid. But it is. It's an update that costs you 70 quid.
This DLC will cost you 60 quid. And you're going to rebuy all the DLCs. Didn't mention that. So all in all. But then again, it could change between now and then. And also just to be me, graphics they do actually improve the graphics. The difference between 23 and 22 are very high. The graphics are a lot better. They do add new mechanics as well, but I do agree with the point. Again, anything between 17 and 20. I mean, every game you play has a story, right? I think 17 to 19 had a story. You don't have the story mode in it, which is fair enough for a new game because every game should have a form of story mode. But then they removed it. Pretty much, they removed the only thing that could warrant you wanting to buy the new game because of a new story, which is essentially like buying the new Star Wars. It's the same game with a new story, same character, pretty much same moves, few little tweaks, just like any other game. I mean, I'm not against the Ark update, the Ark Ascensions, because I can't wait to play Ark where I'm not lagging through the floor and I can fucking shoot when my gun reloads. Which is, a very good thing to be able to do because it's annoying. They'll also change a bunch of other things, and I think they're adding a new building mechanic in. Oh, and how can I leave out the best thing of them all? Mods will come to Xbox.
Oh, that sounds good.
The mods will work a bit like the Skyrim mods. So I presume they'll have their own mods, like the Creation Club does on Fallout and Skyrim and stuff like that. So they'll probably have their own mods that you can get, and then people like us can make mods for the game. Which again, will be very interesting to see how that runs. And on top of that, again, another thing that is
like the the free DLC maps, they started as mods, didn't they?
I've no idea, but
I'm
probably.
fairly certain.
Another thing
Or at least,
to
like,
mention as
I
well.
think, like, the Crystal Isles did. I think it started as, like, a map, a mod made by just, like, a fan or someone who did mods on PC. And Wildcard got, asked them and, like, got it and made it an official map, didn't they? I think
Yeah, well,
that's what they do.
that's what they've done. That's what they do a lot of times to get a lot of the people and get them to do certain stuff. Like we'll probably see things like there's a community vote right now, actually. You know, for Ark, it's a community vote for the final dinosaur to be added into the game, and it'll be. I think they're I said the final. I think they're adding in 4 new dinosaurs before the new game comes out, and but they're all map exclusive. So they're doing Scorched. That's out right now. There's a massive ass spider on there, massive ass snake thing, and a few other stuff like an armadillo and stuff. They all look quite cool. Again, I can send you the thing to see them. I didn't get to see them all because, you know, that's when I went to throw the guts up whilst I was halfway through it. But from what I've seen, they were good. Obviously, I haven't done any of the votes. The last one to win the vote, I'm pretty sure, was like it was something on one of the other maps. That's all I remember. So we'll get some new thingies. So we'll get some new dinosaurs on each map, and yeah, then we'll get. We won't get the new map until the new game comes out. But another thing to mention as well is I'm pretty sure when Ark 2 does come out, I've heard it's going to go straight to the Game Pass anyway.
Oh. Well, that's fair.
Do you know how much Ark cost to make?
No.
Guess.
I do not want to.
$1.5 million or pound or whatever their currency was. That's how much it cost.
That's...
And they earned roughly 950 million back from it.
That's a lot of return.
Indeed. And don't forget, the game's been on the Game Pass for how many years?
I wonder, what are the benefits to companies like letting games be on Game Pass?
Well, they pay them. So
yeah,
so like,
how
they do
much
a
would
deal.
Xbox give them for that?
I don't know because I did see it. I seen all the financial stuff before. I think it was like, I think it was like 5 million or something like that for it to be on the Game Pass for a certain amount of time. So it's like just like a contract sort of thing. I'm pretty sure because obviously the games. I think it just works like you know like how you have like Netflix where like they'll be on it for a certain amount of time and then they'll get removed.
Yeah.
But obviously, the most likely do end up staying on because games get taken off the Game Pass every so often. They leave and shit like that. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, I look forward to it because I like it. I enjoy it. Plus, as well, people that don't like the game because it's too glitchy and too laggy and now are complaining that they're essentially releasing a fix for it, but they had to do that. Like, so what?
Something like 10 mil per year, Seth says. Which,
yeah.
Not bad, is it?
But then on top of that, they've also got like they'll also have deals with PSN, Switch, Steam, stuff like that. However, I have heard that potentially Ark 2 will not be released on PS.
An Xbox exclusive?
Not so, but beyond apparently, or we'll get it, and when we get the new version of it, when we get Ark 2, they won't get it for about 6 months after, or like a year. Like a branding sort of thing, I'm pretty sure. I think because there's something to do with like the deal with the Xbox Game Pass. I'm pretty sure Ark has been taken off the PSN. I mean, I should know because I have the fucking premium membership thing on there, and I've never seen it on there. So, yeah, there's that. Which is interesting, but yeah. But I think all in all, it will come to the day in August
Jeez, I've got
where
several people watching.
it'll come to the day in August where they just turn it around. Where it'll come to the day in August where they turn the servers off, and everyone's. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure like you know people who play the game. I'm pretty sure it's 8% of the of the people who play Ark play on normal servers, official servers.
Hmm.
So, if you look at it this way, would you rather please 8% of the 8% or the other
92%.
92%?
Yeah.
Because and what I meant by the FIFA conundrum was, it'll be one of those cases where you'll argue, oh yeah, I'm not going to pay £60 for the new game. But then when everyone else gets it and you're like, well, this is now redundant because no one's playing it, you're then like, well, shit, I have to get the new game. Because it will probably become impossible to play when all the official servers are off and every person's upgraded to the next version. Because just like, for example, on FIFA, there's a transfer market. Ultimate Team's useless pretty much without the transfer market because people put their cards up there and that's how you get better cards, because if you've got shit pack luck, like me, you go onto the transfer market and you buy cards from other people. So when they all migrate to the next, the new game, let's put it this way. Yesterday there was 11 million live transfers on FIFA 23. When I went on FIFA 22 the other week, there was like 1,000 live transfers. And they're like, and not one of them is above 79 rated, pretty much. So essentially, it's useless. You're not going to be able to enjoy it or play it because no one plays it. Everyone upgrades to the next version, and that'll be the same thing with that. I'm not paying 60 quid for an add-on for the expansion, but then when no one's playing it and you can't play it and you want to, you just end up doing it. Or you'll get it when it comes on deal, but you will eventually get it if you want to play it. Unless you just do not like Ark, and then obviously you're playing it on the Game Pass, then you just wait till that happens. Because they could just turn around and go, oh, okay, we'll put it on the Game Pass. It could have the Gotham Knights effect, you know what I mean, where pretty much it was on sale every other fucking week because it had a really bad launch. I remember paying full price, for Gotham Knights, and then like a week later it was half price, and I was so annoyed. Could have saved myself like 40 quid.
Indeed, Seth. Indeed, yes.
Well,
No, he can't promote his own code on my channel. Yeah. Code Woodsy56 in all capitals and with no spaces for your 10% off, Dobby. Don't forget to check it out. Yeah. When Seth gets back to doing his own channel, his own YouTube, he'll be promoting his code then. We do appreciate that.
I appreciate what. I appreciate what, lad.
Look at the chat. You have a phone.
Actually, I don't. So I valid it through the window. It showed me a Spurs player and I dropped it through the window.
33 minutes. We actually haven't done anything really. I've just been flying around murdering stuff. So, what do we want to do? Mr. Arctivist. That's a terrible pun, I apologise.
I had to watch Fred drop a 0 out of 10 performance yesterday. It happened again. 2-0 up and we drew. And it pains me to say it, but it was Fred's fault. question. And you know what's really annoying? The one team he always plays well against is Spurs, and I'm there going, yeah, he'll come on, he'll drop a masterclass, he always does, and then he drops a fucking disaster class, and we lose, and we draw the game. Felt like a loss though. More than admit, I'll be very honest. I'm a very biased person. Even when he has a shit match, normally I'm like, beast, because why not? But yesterday was painful. No, it wasn't, man. And you know what though? They were all terrible. So it's all right. it's all right. Me and someone missed an open goal. So yeah. Would have been 3-1. We would have won. You know what bugs me as well? My favourite Spurs player ended up scoring the goal that made us draw, and then after it, I packed him 4 times in a row. I probably do, but yeah.
If he has a code, we don't know it.
I don't know it, lad. So I'll have to. And yeah, you know, I was in the middle of ordering someone I was using. I don't know whose code I was using.
You're using mine.
Someone's. I don't think I think I was using. No, I was using the code I got sent for the product free shipping. Forgot to buy.
Of course you
did. So yeah, mate.
Right, Fred. What should we actually do?
I don't know.
We need something to do.
The
title is called The Hunt to Do Something Productive, and we've done nothing productive.
I mean, I've been doing laps. I've been getting my energy levels up. Honestly, man, I couldn't tell you. Well, I'm gonna go and do something productive.
What are you gonna do?
I have no idea. Nah, I'm gonna go now. Oh, piss off. I left it on the other map. I'm gonna go and make a tech replicator. We have enough elements, so... yeah. So if you'd have told me you'd have done a different stream, I most likely would have just done whatever. I don't like missing the ARK streams, so I like being here. I'm a fundamental part, lad. So I'm pretty much the only one out of the pair of us that has an idea.
This is true. This is why I would have done a solo stream on a different game, because I don't know what needs to be done. Like what do we need? What do we need to get to get our stuff back?
This is the issue. We're in a difficult situation because obviously we don't want to progress too much without the 3 of us. Because the thing is, if we go and kill a boss, we'd have to do it again with Seth, so we may as well just wait. Then on top of that,
I mean, we could.
If we go on,
we could get the artifacts. We could go and do some artifact caves.
There is one thing that I would like to do.
And what is?
Unlock the tech dedicated storage.
And how do we unlock that?
Well, there's 2 ways of unlocking it. You either kill the dragon on alpha, which isn't going to happen. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can kill Thingy as well. You can kill
Crystal.
I'd like to guess it's the Crystal Wyvern or one of the it's the Desert Titan, which that is easy. I also killed an Alpha Wyvern this morning too.
So
we need an army of Lightning Wyverns, decent level.
That's uncalled for, Seth.
What?
We don't have a brain cell between us.
I know. Tom's the smartest person here. Oh, I'm fucked.
So you want to take on
Do
the
not,
Desert Titan?
don't question it.
How?
So, right, this is what happened. I'm running along like a normal human, like a normal sane human, and then the game lags. I get pulled back. I get an army of saber tooths that corner me into a wall, get stuck on a floating rock, and they murdered me.
What's the?
Pretty much, I got arced. This is what I mean with Unreal Engine 5. That wouldn't happen. So I wouldn't be getting fucking chucked back. I was also on my way over to Gen 2. You know, to finger to get the compasses that I left over there.
Fair. Oh yeah, there's been something I've been meaning to ask you guys.
That wasn't good.
Not you. Would you be interested?
Fuck you.
So, fuck you. So, on a Monday and Friday, my friend hosts a radio show. Now, would you guys be interested in me starting a TikTok? Because I've already got all the recordings for like a while for it.
Wait
Of
a
where
second,
I crash
Tom.
my friend's
TikTok.
radio show. Would you
Question mark.
like me to start a TikTok and upload these? Because they are quite short, so they would fit in a TikTok.
Mate, TikTok videos can be up to 10 minutes on, my friend.
Well, there you go. They would fit.
I mean, this was the idea I was having with some of my stuff. So, like, I mean, you should just do it anyway, because you could just, certain like funny moments, funny clips from the videos you do, just get them and upload them to
So the thing is, because I would do it to YouTube Shorts, but
shorts.
they can only be a minute long, and some of them,
And they always butcher the quality as well.
yeah, some of them they exceed a minute. They go on to like be a minute and 30 seconds.
And like half the screen gets cut out as well. You gotta remember that one as well.
That's true as well.
Like half the screen does get cut out, because that's what, when I posted the video, the one with the Deinonychus.
Well, I mean,
when
I
posted
recorded them
that,
vertically anyway, so they'd fit, so it wouldn't matter much. But yeah. You copying me? Ah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not copying you. It's just an idea that I've been floating around. It's like, should I do this?
Who would you be copying?
Seth, he said, you copying me now. It's like, no.
Well,
I've just had this idea of like, I've already got these videos that are short, but they don't fit on YouTube Shorts, and some of them do have music in, which, if I were to upload them on Shorts, they would probably get copyrighted or something. So, on TikTok, I don't think they do. Hopefully.
No, they won't.
Yeah. So.
No, they won't.
So yeah. I'm not. It's just an idea that I've had. I don't remember Seth crashing his friend's radio show and uploading it to TikTok.
Fair, if anyone's copying anyone, I've had the idea for months. I said about you using TikTok for something ages ago. But they're not really copying. Everyone just shut up. And potentially making a big mistake. I went and got some sweets. And I'm eating some fizzy sweets. This could end really badly.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm hungry. But I can't keep normal food down.
So yeah, would you guys be
Sandwiches
interested in me like starting a TikTok and uploading these shorts to them? It's just me crashing my friend's radio show. It's just a bit of fun, really. until he's going to...
That's your question, my friend.
I mean, I have a Facebook account. I have no intention of starting a Facebook page about me. And Twitter is a hellscape. Twitter is a hellscape I will not be touching anytime soon. I have no intentions of going on Twitter.
Yeah, man, bro. Instagram Reels are a bit poo as well.
Instagram's not as bad as Twitter. I do have an Instagram. That's linked in the channel.
I like Instagram. But that's the thing. All these YouTube shorts you see and all these Instagram shorts you see, most of them are just taken from TikTok anyway.
This is true.
Special question about this video, these TikTok stuff.
Go on.
Would it just be those videos, or would you also use it to promote your other videos? Gosh. Which would
I do have a Reddit. Idea. I have posted a thing on Reddit before, but I don't see how I could do a Reddit. I don't see how.
Mate, I wouldn't do that, mate. You'd fucking get blitzed next month.
Exactly. Imagine a King Woodsy Reddit, a King Woodsy subreddit.
Mate, you'd just be bantered.
Oh, I'd get roasted for that.
Mate, I'd just get bullied for liking Fred. Although, I mean, I seen this shirt, right? I'm gonna get it. Cause on TikTok, right? Oh, right. There's this guy that I follow. Does match watch-alongs and reviews of the United matches, and he obviously jokes that Fred's the girl or Frege, because that's how you would say his name in Portuguese in Brazil. He has this shirt, and it's legendary. It's a goat with Fred's head on. It's class, and I would get it. I will get it. Don't know why, but I'd probably still get like absolutely roasted for that. I mean, probably just get bullied for supporting United in general, to be fair. You'd just get roasted for fucking... I don't even know.
I'd get done for everything on Reddit.
Mate, you'd breathe, it'd be like you're breathing too quickly.
Probably.
Be gone. Oh no.
If only Fred could see this chat. Yeah, if only he could.
Why what?
Nothing.
Is Seth roasting me or something now?
You know, I've just realised this channel will be 9 years old. Oh. Well, like, as of like when I uploaded the first ever video to this channel. It'll be 9 years in September. This channel has almost been around with videos being uploaded for a decade. Obviously, it's not been like consistent. The same age. The same age as Fred's brain cell.
You know, I'm not having this. I've done fuck all wrong. You know, it's about time, son. About time. I get in there.
Sonnet. He's arrived.
I've been kicked off the game. I can't get back on.
You're not in the game.
No, I tried to go over to Genesis 2 and I joined the map and then my game crashed mid-load. I tried to join back and then when I tried to join back the game had said I was in the server, which I wasn't, so then I had to wait. Also, I will get that shirt for the lols.
I need to see what shirt this is now.
It's literally Fred's face with it's Fred's head on a goat.
Oh my god.
I will get it.
Something.
God means living.
Excuse you. You may be forgetting, but earlier on you said, I'm the smartest one here.
Stop fucking dementia, lad. I have no idea what you're on about. I retract my statement.
You do not get to retract your statement.
I do actually. You know why I do? Because I want to.
That's not how this works. This isn't a democracy.
Hey Tom, how about we just so you know we have to figure out who takes the brain cell between us. How about we just split it?
Get 0.5
Oh, no.
each.
Yeah. Still more than Seth, so it's alright. If you give it, you can take it.
I'm going to leave you and Seth to battle this one out. I'm not going to get involved in this conflict.
I mean, I can take.
I mean, technically, I can go through and delete these.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
I'm fairly certain I can just go through and delete these. So,
yeah, no, and you
so
can
they're
just delete
forever
the video,
immortalized.
unless you delete them or delete the chat, or just delete the video, or the video gets taken down.
Any of these are possibilities.
I can't move maps because apparently I'm carrying something that isn't allowed. No, what I'm carrying that I'm not allowed. I couldn't tell you.
There's a red supply drop, but it's like right next to the wyvern den.
Oh, get it.
I will take that. Shall we go to Discord?
Tech armor.
Yeah. Almost a full set of tech armor from that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I got a full set the other day from one.
So quick. I'm just watching chaos unfold in this chat. I have to disagree with that one, Freddy.
I mean, technically, I done the best that I could do with what I was given, and you're the one that gave me the stuff. You're the one that gave me the notes and the ideas.
I mean, I don't know what's happened between them. I don't know what they're talking about.
You know, it's the story that I had to write because unless
Well, you
know,
didn't
the
have
story
to
that I
write it,
framed-
you chose to.
well, the story that I chose to write for you, which again wasn't homework, so technically, so by that technicality, Seth is wrong because it wasn't homework. So he never actually fixed any homework because it wasn't homework. So therefore, I am right. He is wrong. Because that's how it works. Well, I mean, if it isn't homework, and he said he fixed the homework. What?
Wyvern riding Sodder.
What's it done?
No, there's a person. There's a red supply drop here, and there's a person. He hasn't got it yet because it hasn't landed, but he's camping it. I'm going to see if I can steal it before he does. obvious Constantine ripoff. Huh? That's not in the story.
Still can't come back. What the fuck's stopping me? Now I don't know what Seth's on about anymore. I don't know where Constantine comes into any of this.
I don't.
Or
Because I mean, if it, you're mentioning my story. There's no Constantine in my story.
I know
There's no magic.
the only only time Constantine was mentioned was when I had to when I had to think of a role for this thing and I could use a character I wanted, so I just used Constantine. So when it's in a mental, I think it was like in a mental asylum, so he'd fit right in. I mean, he shags sharks for a living. You know what I mean? It's not like, can't really put it past him to being a mental asylum. I mean, probably been to many.
Probably.
No, he has. He will have, wouldn't he? Think of it. I think I know why. I think I know why I can't come over to the.
Why? What have you done?
So, I reckon it's to do with the element shards that I have in my inventory. Because I can't turn them into compasses or turn them
You're trying
into
to
anything.
join with element shards.
Yeah, but sometimes you can join with certain stuff. So like element dust, for example, I know you can join with, stuff like that.
Not element shards. I don't think.
I know, but like I said, it was just. If you could do it with dust, why can't you do it with shards? I mean, they're both essentially used to make elements. So you'd think if one was allowed, the other would be allowed, or if one wasn't allowed, the other wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, but isn't like dust like a lot more common, and you require a lot more of it to make a piece of element.
Probably.
So it's like even if you had like a full inventory of dust, you wouldn't get that much element from it.
I actually feel like I'm being thingy there. Like, I'm being. Like I've actually done something wrong. Man's being fucking.
I mean, if this continues, I may have to break you guys up, stop you from
I
fighting.
mean, I never started it. I just defended myself. Technically, you told me. You told me that you were reading out the chat, and you said.
I said that I wasn't gonna get involved.
Before it, you said
cryo
it's good that I couldn't see
and I
chat.
shot them. I'll take that.
Cool.
don't I? Johnny C.
You know what?
I mean, he's got
Should
you
also
there.
mention.
He's got you there.
Should also
That's-
mention the Johnny C parts. I didn't change his first name to Finger. I just pressed two N's instead of the H. So I will admit, yeah, the entire thing's based off Constantine. But I also said it was based off Constantine. Your whole fucking one of your weapons in your like Minecraft world are based off Transformers. Is that a Transformer ripoff?
It's not. It's named after a transformer, but it's not based off of
Yeah.
it. There's a big
Yeah,
difference
but
between a
it's an
city and an
axe.
axe.
It's an axe, isn't? Well, it's still the name.
It is a name, yes.
And then
But like I say, there's
your
a difference
entire
between a city and an axe.
your entire story is a rip off of Sword Art Online. I don't hear you getting
There
crucified
are
for it.
differences.
No,
We've made
mate,
sure
it's
there are.
it's a rip. No, mate, it's a rip off. Don't hear you getting crucified for yours though. Only me getting crucified for something. You never got crucified for yours. I mean, technically, the story is from you anyway. It's pretty much your story, but I had to
I think it is.
connect stuff. Well, it is your story as such. It's your ideas, but I just had to write something together. I had to put it together.
I mean,
You can't get
Johnny
out of
C is
that
not
when
in the
it's-
story at all.
I know. So he's now he's now
And
changed
Seth
it to
said that's
something
the
else.
first line.
Yeah. To be fair, again, was sat in the middle of. Well, I said college. It wasn't something. It wasn't college, and he had to write something up, and that's all I could think of. And literally, I just based it off what I remember from watching Constantine, because it is pretty. Because I wanted it to be Constantine, but I just made sure to call him Johnny C instead, so that they weren't, so that so no one would go, "You've used his actual name." You know what I mean? But the intention is there. So yeah. So everything that Seth is saying is void because I've literally said it's entirely based off Constantine. So you can't really say much when I've already admitted it, because that is what I said it was based off. That's like me, like writing a story about being stranded on an island and me copying most of it from the Arrow. And if I said I've done it, now if I said, oh yeah, I'd thought of this idea myself, and I haven't, then fair enough. But you can't really, slander someone because they've deliberately used a certain thing. It kind of sounds like Seth's just clutching at straws there. To be a twat to me for no reason. So that's what it kind of sounds like this. I mean, I just defended myself. I was the first to be insulted, therefore I had to defend myself. Realistically. And then I get slandered for deliberately copying something that I admitted to copying, that I never ended up doing, by the way. I never ended up doing it. Because I never ended up doing the thing in general, because I stopped going, because it was shit. So, going back to what you said before, Mr. Woods, he hasn't got me because I've already admitted to it. Because it is specifically based off Constantine. I might still have the notes in my phone that I wrote down, where I specifically, again, looked up Constantine's, his incantations to try to copy them word for word, because I was basing it was a rip off John Constantine, because it pretty much is him to what I could do. And this was about 3 years ago as well. Like, this was 3 years ago. So it was a while ago. It was about 3 years ago or something like that. Because I swear I haven't been in that place since just after COVID. So what, maybe 2 years ago then? Because I know what I do. I do know what. Well, that's two Alpha Raptors. I do know exactly what Seth is on about. See, I thought he was on about your story. And if you're bragging about fixing any spelling mistakes I done there, again, quick notes. Wasn't bothered because I know what they mean. I wasn't handing the work into anyone. It wasn't even work. I just had to do something. So I sat there and just typed that up. Realistically, I probably should have been doing what the others were doing, but I couldn't be bothered. Because they were all sat there, you know, doing music stuff. Because the idea was that we had to do a bunch of different crap. But obviously, I can't play an instrument, so I couldn't really do that. I can't sing, so I'm not going to do any of the singing. I also can't act, but...
He says he can't sing, but he went to the singing club at high school. I know, because I saw him there. I was the head.
I went with you
Yes, you went. Exactly.
once,
Still went.
and it was for fucking jokes.
Still went, and I still
Swear.
forced you to sing.
Yeah, and I didn't enjoy it one bit.
I thought it was very fun. It was very
Yeah.
fun. I found it very
I
entertaining.
mean, you're just a cunt.
I know I am. I'll openly.
I mean, I
admit
also done young voices as well in year 5, but that was a different
Yes, you did.
situation back then.
that was also. That was also. Do you want to know something?
That was
I've
fun.
still got. You know
I
the
still
little
have the book
torchlight.
as well.
The little torchlight.
Yeah, I still have the torch, the book,
I've
and all
still
that.
got it
Still have it all.
on my keyring.
Oh, I don't have a keyring. I've got one thing on my keyring, and it's a Man United badge. Because I don't use a keyring for anything.
So because obviously I've got a lot of keys for different houses and whatnot. So
Yeah,
it's on.
man's
there.
flexing the keys.
I don't think I'm not certain that the light still works on it anymore because it's how long has it been since when was it year 5? It was year 5, wasn't it? So that would have been 9 years ago. That would have been like 9 years ago. Oh god, I feel old. I remember year 5, like almost as if it happened yesterday. I feel old.
No, I don't. And you're not that old. I feel like that's aimed towards you because I haven't said anything.
Yeah.
Now he's starting on you. I think we should start banning people in chat, mate.
20 this year. I
I
feel
think we should
old.
start banning people in chat, lad.
I mean, I know Seth is older, but 20 feels too old. It's like back in my youth, I used to think like people in like their 20s had their life together and were like successful and shit. And you get me here almost 20, and it's like I'm nothing like
Wasting
I
your time doing
imagined
nothing.
when it's like I'm
Wasting your time.
nothing like I imagined when I imagined people in their 20s. It's like
Yeah, because you probably didn't imagine fucking doing what you're doing now. I know that's probably what you've just said, but I mean, like, you probably would have been doing what you imagined if you weren't doing, like, it's pretty much. You can definitely tell I'm not full, yeah, but I mean, you're doing the maths. a lot of it. So you're not able to find time to do the things you probably would have thought you would have done. Therefore, that's why it's different. If you weren't doing math to the, if you weren't doing, uni to the degree you are, you probably would be living the life you most likely imagined for yourself. But instead, you spend every minute of the day either doing at uni or doing uni homework or doing something. And if you're not, then you're just an ignorant twat who sits there and ignores me and Seth whenever we ask you to come on for something. So yeah.
I mean, when I'm asked to come on for something, I do come on.
I feel like Seth will back me on this. This isn't true. Maybe a 40% chance you'll come on. There's been moments where me and Seth have waited and waited and waited. So yeah.
If I say I'll be on
If you're
for a
gonna-
recording session, I will be on.
If you're gonna,
I will never give a specific time as to when I'll be on, but I'll say I'll be on soon.
see, Seth knows. To be fair, he isn't wrong again. In your words, Tom, he's got you there. Care to say anything, Mr. Woods?
No, because I
Obviously,
do
right.
enjoy my sleep. I'll happily admit
No,
that I
that's a
enjoy
twat.
my sleep.
Or what you doing in me vault, you prick?
Putting stuff in it.
I'll fucking bang you out. So I mean, yeah, if you were doing something else, if you were either sleeping half the day or at uni, you most likely would have been doing something more balanced. I still can't believe that you're actually as busy as you claim you are, because it just feels.
Again,
Not
I've said it
normal.
once, I'll say it again. Just because I'm not a freak of nature and actually like to get an amount of sleep
But man,
does
you say
not
an
mean
amount
that
of sleep.
I
The average sleep you require as a kid is like 8 hours or something like that, right? You're not a kid anymore, so you don't actually require that much. I think it's less when you're no longer an adult. Well, you're no longer a child, sorry. So there's that. Plus,
fairly certain it's like
if anything,
8 for,
you're
like,
more of a freak.
now.
You're more of a freak of nature than me and Seth, because me and Seth are normal. We are actually more normal than you are.
No, you're not.
Because
You
I can-
don't sleep.
Yeah. Well, we
If
do.
humans were designed to not sleep,
Yeah, but
then
you-
I would agree.
you're the
But they're
extreme,
designed
though.
to
You're
rest
the extreme, though.
and
You're
sleep.
the extreme, though. But you are the extreme. So realistically, let's say me and Seth are the extreme for not sleeping. You're the extreme for sleeping, so you're just as bad in that sort of way. And mate, on average, people at our age, 18 and 19, are up a lot later than you are. And they
See
probably
what
do
I
just
mean?
as much as you
This
do.
man doesn't sleep. Basically, an hour and 20 minutes away from being awake for 24 hours. You don't sleep. So it's like, you're telling me that I'm abnormal when you two don't sleep. Get some rest.
No. We're not. We're normal, unlike.
No,
you.
you're not. Humans are not designed to be staying awake for 24 hours on a
Okay,
regular
yeah.
basis.
Okay, but yeah, Seth is older than me. He's a lot older than us, right? So yeah, fair enough. But I'm younger than you. I'm a month younger than you. And again, most people that are my age and your age don't go to bed at like 10 o'clock. Most of them go to bed at like 1. On average, most people our age will go to bed towards midnight or just after midnight.
And it is around
Well,
midnight
you go
where
bed.
I pass out.
And you go to
'Cause
bed
it
at
takes
like
me
10
two.
o'clock
It
and
takes me
you're
2 hours to fall asleep. It takes me 2 hours of trying to sleep to actually get to sleep.
So you're not actually tired then?
Yes,
So you're just
I
going
am.
off to
Lad,
so, but if you were
I
tired,
can be
you'd
at a
just fall
point where
asleep.
no, I can be at a
So
point
then
where
you're not
I
normal.
cannot keep my eyes physically open, but I won't fall
So are
asleep for
you
2
going,
hours.
Are you going? Well, that's not normal. That's inhumane. That is everything that you just described in Seth.
Admittedly, yes, it is not
so
normal.
you're just as bad. Mate, I might not be fully here today, but you're still gonna have to do better to get one past me.
There's a difference.
No, there's not.
I'm more
No, there's
normal
not.
because I actually require sleep.
Yeah, but your concepts, okay. Your
It's
concepts
just
of
getting
time is
to
abnormal
sleep
then.
that is the problem. Once I'm asleep, I get sleep.
Mate, it takes you like 3 hours to get ready in the morning. These are your words, by the way. Like, it takes you forever
2.
to do fucking shit. 2. It's not much better.
2, half an
Is it-
hour of that is waking up. Takes half an hour to wake.
Man,
Then
man opens
another
his
half an
eyes and
hour
he's
in the
awake.
shower. Then a few minutes to get dressed, and then I've got time to get to wherever, and make sure that I'm there on
Well-
time or early.
Well, so it doesn't actually take you 2 hours. By that logic, it would take you maybe an hour and 10 minutes. Because you're
But
saying
it
takes, so it
depends
doesn't
on the time
actually
of
take 2
day as
hours.
well.
Then.
If it's like
So on top,
if it's like in the morning.
What you mean is, so what you actually mean is, I'll take as long as pretty much I want, as long as it's within a certain time frame.
See what I
And I'm
mean?
ready by the
Ulfric,
time
I
I need to
agree. This man needs to go to bed. I agree
I
with you,
disagree.
Ulfric. Get some sleep.
Seth won't go to sleep because he is a unit. I like how we were at each other before and now we've teamed up. See that? Because we're normal. We're normal. You're not.
you're not. That's not normal.
You're just as
That is not normal. It isn't. Ulfric, back me up. It's not normal for people to be awake for this long on a regular basis.
It is, man.
That's not.
Wait, the last time you stayed up past like 2 o'clock was like 3 years ago. I am exaggerating that, but I probably wouldn't be far off at this point. Literally, man, you go, it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed. I mean,
You know
okay.
what? We have
But it's
almost been going for 2 hours. I will wrap up stream.
We actually.
I will actually wrap up stream. Yeah.
So that Seth can get some sleep, I will wrap up stream because I am a kind person. And we have almost been going for 2 hours, so...
I
will-
fuck our progress.
We've done nothing.
We've done literally nothing all stream.
The hunt to
Just-
do something productive, failed. We've just failed that.
Change it, the hunt to do nothing productive. And argue. Non-stop. For 2 hours. Because that's all it's been. That's all it's been, man. And the best part is, like, it is. I mean, technically, we've sort of come together to realise that you're just as inhumane as me and Seth are. You're just as bad, if not worse.
No, you don't. You should support him by insisting that he gets necessary amounts of sleep so he can make
But if you put,
good content. That's a good way of
Stop.
supporting. Not by encouraging him to stay up for 24 hours at a time.
well, I have something to say about that, my friend. This is a serious question. Just because you're unnormal and strange and
It says the
you
one.
think you could... Right, okay. That's a good title. If I went to bed before, let's say 3 o'clock, and then
That's
I
an
went to sleep
accurate
for 3
title.
hours, 4
That's an
hours.
accurate
If I was asleep for about 4 hours or 3 hours, right, and then I wake up, I will not sleep on the night because I'll be wide awake all night. Because I thrive off 2 hours sleep. This is the reason why I won't get rest until the night. Because I'd rather sleep through as much of the night as I can than be awake all night and have no one to speak to. Do you see the problem? See, you're the type of guy who could go and get 3 hours sleep right now, like a nap, and then wake back up and then go bed, and then sleep a full night, sleep a full 7, 8 hours. Where I'm not. This is why I don't do it, because I know it's not possible. I mean, I was literally speaking to someone, and we both came to the conclusion that it isn't normal. I mean, I know it isn't normal, but you do sleep quite a lot as well, more than probably the average person. Oh, you're
On
tired
some
more
days,
than
yes.
the average person. I mean, you probably wake up and go, I'm tired.
I do. I am constantly in a state of being tired.
Probably because you overdo yourself.
I
You
could
don't
sleep for 12 hours, wake up and be, I'm tired, I want to go back to bed. I could absolutely do that.
It's because, my friend, you spend ages and ages just working yourself to the bone for something that's never going to really help you out in the future.
Oh,
Obviously, some of it will. Some of it will.
glad to know I'm wasting my time.
Well, I'm there to tell the truth. And like I said, not all of it. It's most of it, yeah. But there is a thing. Such thing called overworking yourself. I mean, look when you were. Don't forget as well. You're still, you're 19. You would have been younger at that point, and brain isn't fully developed. So, because that won't do for another few years. About last 6 years, maybe 5 years in a few months. So, yep. But if you look at it this way, at one point you were at college, karate, and work, and you'd pretty much only be able to find like an hour area there to pretty much come on and or do anything that
That's a very good question.
didn't
I don't
involve.
know.
Didn't
It does.
that involved you getting launched by someone, doing working or being at college and doing work, and then when you weren't doing any of those, you were probably stressing yourself out over homework that you realistically probably could have got done. Easier if you weren't stressing over it. But, I mean, am I wrong?
No.
Because if you're gonna tell me that back like when you were 17, 16, when you were doing all that's probably the healthiest thing for you. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, you're communicating with people when you're doing stuff like that, but like, you should always find time in your day to do something with a friend, like when you're around there, finding time to go out with your mates and something like that. Do something that doesn't require you to be doing too much. It's like my mate David. He's been working and working and working. I mean, they were actually making him work more than he should have worked. And I kept telling him, you can't take it. Stop. You can't take it. Stop. Or try to reduce it. They're having you off. And guess what, man? He's just like you. He just sleeps. And he's always tired. He's always drained. And guess what, my friend? He stopped. And now he feels better. Because he, just like you probably were overworking yourself. I mean, you were doing karate pretty much. If you weren't at work, you were at karate. If you weren't at karate, you were at work. And then pretty much every day except for Monday, you were at college for like 6 hours a day. And you'd have college and karate or college and work in the same day. And then homework that you'd have that you'd do throughout the week, which would take you ages. Which is pretty much what you sort of described to me now, excluding you don't work or do karate anymore, but unless you're back home. So are you actually, is the result of you being so tired the fact that you've just sort of hit your limit? There are people, for example, like me.
I didn't realise this turned into a therapy session.
That's limit is a bit higher, and we can take a lot more. But yeah, no,
We should
I'm
probably
just stating the facts.
wrap up this video.
Yes, even when I'm clutching on straws and I'm fucking barely able to breathe properly, I'm
We've
still
hit
fucking
the
giving
mark
you
of an hour and a
a lesson,
half.
and we've become a
Um,
therapy session. Therapy with Fred.
Okay, back to William Fred for how he says karate.
Karate.
Karate. Yes, I agree. I agree.
Again, I should mention, I'm saying karate in a weird way because my nose is blocked and I'm barely able to get the word out of my mouth. You can't tell I don't necessarily sound the same. So, yeah. I thought I'd just mention that. I've got to defend myself.
In truth, it is also our accent as well. We have from sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not making
That
it
is
3
true.
hours, Seth. Go to sleep. Alright, I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to do an outro. And Seth, you'd better go to bed. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Ark Survival Evolved, Bullying and Therapy Edition. That's a title. Bullying and Therapy Edition. No, I'm Seth needs his sleep and he won't go to sleep unless I end, so I'm going to end. For Seth's sake. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, feel free to leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff.
Hope
I
your song was
swear,
certain.
not good. Seth, for the love of God, man, just go to sleep. Get some rest. Like Fred, he needs to as well. He's ill,
No.
and he refuses.
I'm fine!
You're not fine. You're far from fine. You're a million miles from fine.
Even whilst I'm ill, I've still managed to fucking do you, so, you know, I'd kind of hold your head, I wouldn't want to, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Maybe you're right.
In
Maybe
the
you're
wise
not, I
words
don't
of
know.
Gandalf, sleep,
You
you
shall not
fools.
You shall not pass.
Right.
My answer to
Thank
that
you
is
guys so
no.
much for watching. Feel free to use code Woodsy56, all capitals. I'm going to put it in chat on Dubby for 10% off. It's in chat. Oh, and be sure to join our public Discord server as well. I made a community post about it the other day. The link to it is in that. It should not expire. Fingers crossed. So,
Yeah, that's,
go to that community
I'm
post,
fucking
join our
doing it,
public
lad.
Discord server, and yeah, we'll see you guys there. So,
I told him not to use your code, bro. How do you feel? God, you set. I'm about to get my comments deleted.
yes, you are. Right, thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall see you guys in the next video.
Message was retracted.
We'll see you guys in the
Goodbye.
next video, stream, whatever we end up doing
Which
next.
Which
will
will
be
hopefully
which
on my
better
channel.
be on Fred's channel, for the love
And
of
if not,
God.
it will- if it's not on mine, it'll hopefully be on Seth, maybe at one point.
Yeah, if Seth is able to join us for Monday, I doubt it. But
Which is
if Seth is able to stream for Monday, no, it'll be on Fred's channel probably. Keyword probably. Right, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys. Whose channel? Fred's channel. For the love of God, Fred. It had better be.
it will be. It will be, guys.
It had
Yeah.
better be. It had better be. So yeah. We'll see you on Fred's channel on Monday. It had better be Fred's. I swear to God, I'm not doing this again. It had better be. It had better be. Alright.